Welcome back to the Wolfcast podcast, everybody. I'm the True Alpha here with my talented, amazing sister May
Hi.
and my brother from another mother, Fang.
What's up?
Today's topic is ideal dates, something that I'm going to learn a lot about today because I've been terrible with dates in the past. So
Well,
let's get it.
I mean, coming up with a date idea, that's fun and unique, as your own relationship can be really hard to find something to do in the first place. It's just
Well,
it's
it was so easy back in the day. You'd be like, hey, we going to the bowling alley, the movie, or the skating rink. Now it's like, if you're not fucking throwing $100 out on a date or more, it's like,
well, you don't
she ain't
have
I
really
don't know
to.
about that. I know
Yeah.
there are May, for example, she'd be happy if I was like, "Hey, we're going to Nashville. We might not even buy anything, but we're just going out there."
Just go out to enjoy it and go. Like I would love dates like that.
Like we just went to Chili's last night.
hold
Yeah, a
on
lot of
one
a lot of people are rather simple when it comes to their dates. Yeah, you have your fucking stingy ass people out there who are like, "No, you have to take me out to dinner and a movie and you're paying for it all," and yada yada yada
Right.
yada yada.
I mean,
Which I
Us?
understand for chivalry purposes. The man can pay, but
I mean,
times are hard out here.
yeah, I mean, and I know a lot of people see it as, "Oh, the man should pay for everything, blah, 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 blah." It's kinda equal out there. And like Fang says, it's kinda rough out there nowadays. So it's like splitting the bill on a date really isn't a bad idea. I mean, because at least you're not paying for the full thing. You're covering either what you bought or vice versa, or you could switch it up and they could pay for your food and you could pay for their food. That way, you're both still paying, but that way you're both kinda paying for each other, if that makes.
Or if you want to take a risk and you go out on like a double date,
Mhm.
everybody puts their credit card into a bowl,
Oh god.
and then somebody who's blindfolded reaches in there and pulls one out, and whoever's card it is paying for the entire thing.
People do that.
I I don't mind, like, say, like, it's an early relationship or, like, you're just talking or whatever.
Mhm.
I think that, like, if you're the one asking that person out to pay, but, like, if, like, the relationship progresses and, like, you've been dating for months or years, maybe go back and forth,
Yeah.
like, I think that's fair.
I mean, Fang and I do that. Like, we'll have days where I go and I pay for dinner, and then we have the nights where he pays for dinner, or we'll split it. It's once you get further in a relationship, it's like, hey, I'm broke. You got any money? Yeah. Do we got to eat? Okay, can you cover? Yeah, I'll cover. Then just we're back and forth. It's just it's just fun to do. And it kind of sucks for a lot of people because just finding something to do date wise is difficult because it's whether you're commuting to work or traveling 20 steps from your bed to your desk and back again. A lot of people don't have the creative juices left over when they're done with their day, so they're like, "Ugh, I have no idea. What do you wanna do?" You know?
That's
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 times I've taken the girl that I've been talking to out, I'm the one who's like, "Hey, do you wanna go out tonight?" So I already know, like, "Hey, I'm paying."
Right.
And even it but, like, my mindset, even if she was like, "Hey, do you wanna go out tonight?" My mindset's gonna be like, "I'm paying." Either I'm paying for the whole thing or I'm at least covering mine.
Mhm.
To be something I've never understood about dating, like when I was younger, sure. Now I don't necessarily understand it. The whole "don't fuck on the first date" type thing. Like, I'm sorry, odds are if I'm going out on a date, I'm already down pretty bad.
That's a horrible thing to say, Fang.
Well, no, so hear me
Good
out. Hear me out here.
god.
Hear me out. So you take the person out on a date. You have fun. You actually have the date. You're
Uh-huh.
not just sitting there going, "Ah, come on, get this over with. I just want to fuck." No, you actually go on the date. You actually have fun. If the night goes on and you end up at either hers or yours apartment, or vice versa, so on and so forth, and it turns into
Netflix and
heavy
chill.
pet. Yeah, if it turns into Netflix and chill or a heavy petting session that leads to
Disney
sex,
Plus and Thrust,
Disney Plus and Thrust. Hulu and
uh,
Screw.
Hulu and
what is
Doo-Doo.
what is the one
Yeah.
in hentai with senpai?
Oh god.
Uh,
No, I agree
but
with you on that because, like, there's a quote. Well, he said it. It's not really a quote, but I watched Jersey Shore. But he was like, he had these girls come over in one of the scenes, and she like, in his mentality, you're coming over at 2, 3 in the morning, like she didn't want to fuck, so they kicked him out, and like he looked over at the camera and he was like, "What? Did she think we were gonna fucking play checkers at 3 in the morning?"
it's like It's one of them things. Like, if you don't want to fuck on the first date, cool. But there's
I
nothing wrong with fucking on the first date.
Yeah, I'm
Especially if
right
you're
there with
looking
you.
to if you're looking to continue the date forward, wouldn't you want to know what you're getting into going forward?
Well,
Because all right, you don't fuck on the first date. What about the second date?
I felt like that as like like in high school, like if it happened, I was fine, but like the second time, I was like, okay, I like a challenge. So let's see
Yeah.
if we can get the second date, and if it happens, it doesn't. All right, challenge is still going on. Let's fucking get this bread. But it wasn't always about like me going, all right, I'm
I'm
gonna fuck.
gonna, yeah.
But I always like tried to like. This sounds bad. I don't know if I want to say this.
There's
I don't mean
nothing
this in a
wrong.
bad way. Like I kind of always set challenges. Like I would always like, I like this girl. All right, I'm gonna try to, get her number, take her on a date. All right, challenge one complete. All right, now I like this girl even more. We've got to know each other. Are we going out yet? So, all right, we're going out. Challenge complete. Not like I was like, all right, I fucking beat the boss. I went into the lair and slayed the dragon.
I laid the dragon.
Shut up.
But it's one of them things. Like, May, you and I didn't go on a date at all before we got down and dirty.
Yeah.
So
You guys
if
went to Paris.
No. We did go on a date.
no, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Alpha's got it.
No,
Alpha's got
Shut
it.
up. No, we did.
You saw the Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah, okay, that one doesn't.
Yeah. No, it does. Okay. And even then, before we were together,
We did go on a date. We went to Firehouse, remember?
was that really a date, or were we just meeting up to sneak around like horny teenagers and for you to kiss me in public?
It was a date. It was a sort of pseudo date.
Okay, but either way, you saw the Eiffel Tower before we had even gone on a date.
Yes,
So
yes. Didn't hear you complain.
I was complaining. Remember, that's how we got here.
Anyway,
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with fucking on the first date, but don't throw away your morals.
Right.
Don't just
Don't-
well,
fuck.
if you're really
Don't go in
lucky,
and expecting you're going to get laid
Right,
first
no.
date.
Yeah.
but no, if you're really lucky, you can also find someone who loves you and wants to hang out with you. Like even if it means just staring at a screen for like the millionth day in a row. Like Fang and I just recently were watching just stuff downstairs, like stuff on Netflix, just small
Just
things
random
like that.
bullshit that we
Yeah.
found. This looks interesting. Put it on.
Like even having
And
like a
then we
little
cuddle
like
up on the couch.
to me, even if we don't go out to go have a date, like to a movie or something like that, like little things at home, like cleaning out the front room and just like throwing like a little blanket down and like having a little picnic in the front room. That's a cute little date. Or going out to a park and having a picnic is a
You just
great idea
imagine
for a
Fang
date.
going, yeah, I'll pitch a tent in the backyard for you.
Shut up.
But no, it does get
yeah.
a lot harder when, because like in your case and kind of like my case, because I mean, you guys have a kid,
Yeah.
so going out is a lot harder. The girl I'm talking to has a child, so it does make things harder. But like May was saying, like little things like that. So I didn't really think about it like that.
Yeah, it's. I used to be in the mindset of, oh, if you want to go out, you need to spend money. So my excuse for never going out on a date was we don't have the money to go out on a date. But I've learned that, if it brings a smile to their face, fuck what you're doing.
Like even if we go like even if we literally go to like because we have two parks in our area. If he was literally just to take me and like if we pack a lunch and go to the park down there and walk around the trails and just stop to have like eat some lunch and then keep walking on the trail, to me that's like really cute date idea. Like, just go to a park, go swing on the swings and act like kids for a little bit. Go just enjoy. You don't have to go to a restaurant and spend, 50, 60, $70. You don't have to go to a movie. Just go to the park, enjoy nature and like
Yeah, Fang
nature
and I
dates
did
are
our time
great.
at the
I
park.
love those.
Oh, yeah. Wait, that sounds gay. Hang on.
Not that kind, you pervs. But
So
just
here's a question.
Mhm.
Let's say you meet somebody, you talk to them, you exchange numbers, and now you're talking to them for a while, through texts and phone calls and whatnot.
Mhm.
And then let's say you set up a date idea.
Mhm.
Okay, you're going out to dinner. Do you bring something?
You don't have to, but I'm one of those romantics. I would love someone to bring me flowers. Like I'm one of those old romantics. So if anyone ever asks me out on a date and they bring me like flowers, I'm like, oh, like you already got like a leg up on competition if there was any competition. It's like just
So you're saying if you want to get laid on the first date, bring flowers?
No, that
no,
is not what
no,
I'm saying.
no, no,
No,
no,
not
But
you
maybe.
saying her. She
no, no,
said
no,
you already
no.
got one leg up.
Well, like one like let's say I was seeing like I had multiple people like I was interested in, and like because usually if you're like I know with some women like we have options like okay we'll go out and date with this guy, if it doesn't work out we'll go
Well, I
with
got
this
something
guy.
to say to this.
It's not like just committing to one guy unless it's like okay well he did this, he brought flowers, okay well at least he's trying. Another guy didn't bring anything, it's like okay I'm not gonna look at him differently, but if the guy that brought me flowers I'm like okay I might like him a little bit more until I get to know his personality, and his personality can be just shit. Flowers won't do nothing after that. But just like
My
if you meet someone for the first time to go out on a date, bringing something like flowers isn't a bad idea. You don't have
I,
to, but I like I said, I'm just a romantic. I like flowers.
I this might sound strange, and there might be people out there that feel the same way as I am about what I'm going to say, and there might be people that are like, "All right, this is a competition." If I was ever talking to a girl, and she has every right, we're not together, you can't be mad at her,
Mm,
or vice versa for a female talking to a guy in the same situation. If the girl was up front and was like, "Just so you know, I'm also talking to and seeing da 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 da," I immediately pull out.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
I'm not like I said earlier, I love a challenge. I love a
Well,
competition,
we're not
but
gonna tell you we're seeing other guys.
Well, then that makes it worse.
No,
yeah,
because
because
it's
then if I find out, it's gonna piss me off.
oh,
But
and
then
it's like
again, I
not
have
fit.
to
And so like
know.
there's guys that have multiple girls they talk to, and then they're like, oh, I'm gonna date this one girl, but I'm gonna talk to this one
Those
girl on
are
the side.
those
That's
are
the
fuck boys.
same thing. A girl can't
I
do it,
get
but a
what you're
guy can.
saying. No, 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 no. We're not.
It's not okay. Like no matter which sex you are, it is not okay to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holden
like
is using
we're
or
not
Alpha is
having
using.
sex with all of them. It's just
It doesn't matter. Alpha
Hang
is
options.
on.
using himself as an example.
Let
Okay.
me finish. Like what I'm saying is like back then I would have got pissed off if I like because I've had that happen to me. Well, I'm also talking to so and so, da da da, da, and it pissed me off. But like I've grown a lot and I've mentally like changed a lot, and now I would just literally and like be respectful about it. I'd be like, look, I'm not here to sit here and try to like I'm down to win you over if it's just you and me. And I'm not saying you have to make that decision. If you want to and it's you and me, that's fine. We can continue. But like I'm not gonna be like, all right, I'm not gonna sit here and fight against you trying to win you over with Bob and Tony and shit. Like it's no, like
It,
I'm not mad at you. We're not together.
yeah,
Now if we're together,
that's a
like
completely
it's
different story.
No,
official,
no, if it's official, yeah,
and
no.
and you're talking to another guy and who's not a friend, and you're like talking to him like how you would me every day,
Hmm.
I'm pissed off and I'm out.
Yeah.
I took the time to get to know you, and we're official now. It's you and I against the world. But like, if you're no,
Yeah,
that's what I was getting at.
I'm with you on that. Like even when there was a book series I was reading, and I actually stopped reading this book series completely. How much I hate doing this shit. But in it, this guy and a girl they get into a fight argument and they split up. Then later on, they agree to work on things. Okay, so they technically get back together. They agree to figure things out. Well, then the girl meets this other guy and starts talking to him romantically. And the other dude gets upset about it, because he thought they were fixing things. And she straight up tells him, "It'll be up to you to win me over, prove you actually want me that badly." I stopped reading right then and there and closed the book. That's how much I hate those situations.
Mm.
Don't give me an ultimatum. And if we are talking, I'm not talking to six other girls.
Yeah,
I might have sent out six other messages and you were the one to respond. If you responded first, I'm ignoring the other five,
mhm.
but I'm not going to sit there and talk to other women. So if the girl who I was talking to, who I expressed an interest in and went out on a date with, is talking to multiple other guys, good on them. Bye. I'm going to make this a lot easier for you.
It's like if okay, like if you're in a relationship or you're like, I think that's the only way I can go about this
It's
one.
weird
If
to say
you're
that too,
if
because May and I are technically in a poly right now.
but that's an agreement between you
That's
guys.
an agreement with rules that are laid down and understood what
Yeah.
boundaries are.
But
Yeah.
if you're talking to somebody or with somebody, and this I'm using me as an example, so don't think I'm only thinking boys to girls. I mean, this works with girls to men or girls to girls,
Yeah,
whoever.
whichever way.
Um, and that person loses interest, just fucking be upfront and tell me.
Yeah, don't
Like, be
piddle
like,
fart
hey,
around, beat around the bush.
yeah, like don't like 3 months later, leave me because you thought it was going to work out while you talked to somebody else, or like just be like, hey, look, I'm losing interest. Things ain't working out. They're not the same. I've also been talking to da da da, da, and be upfront. We can both go our separate ways, and you can go da 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 with that person. But back to the bringing things on the first date. I wanted to mention this. I forgot. But I don't think up until the girl I'm talking to now, I've never brought anything on the first date.
Yeah, and you don't have to.
But like we had hung out maybe 2 or 3 times, and then we finally went on our first like official date, and I brought her and her daughter flowers.
That's a
And
good
I
gesture right there. Like
Mhm.
bringing
and I
not only flowers for the girl, but
Yeah, that
something
that
for the
shows that,
daughter.
I've never seen this look in a woman's eyes before in my life, because she knew that, like, because in my mind, I could be wrong, I don't know what she was thinking, but like just her eyes lit up, and I knew that it wasn't like, hey, you just brought me flowers, you brought my daughter flowers.
Oh yeah, it's like with any relationship where there's already a child involved from a previous boyfriend, girlfriend, what have you. Most people when they're trying to date somebody, when they find out that they have a kid, they usually like, I'm out. Or in certain situations, they're like, okay, I want to be with you, but your kid's got to kind of go in the background, or I don't want your kid around. But most people, the fact that you acknowledge that they have a child, or that you willingly want to involve their child in the relationship, shows them that they're not going to have to, basically be like, "Oh, you're great and everything, but, if you can't accept my kid, sorry about you."
Yeah, because the kid's going to be the first priority over you anyways. You done lost once you said that.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to look at you and be like, I'm not going to choose some random over my 3 or 4 year old child,
Yeah.
or however the
And
kid
so in
is.
her eyes, she saw it as, "Oh, you brought flowers for me and my daughter." It's showing her that, you wanna be with her, but also respect the fact that she has a daughter and isn't leaving her out of what you brought for the mother.
I
Like,
think
I
that
would be in almost in love if you brought me and my if I had a daughter flowers. Like, "Oh, you really care, about us."
I
But
think that
and the
like my
family.
family has set me up though, because like all my family members, minus like my younger siblings,
Mhm.
all have kids. So I've been around kids like over half my life. Like, and like almost, I'm not trying to sound like, what's the word? I mean, I guess biased maybe. But if you go and ask any of my nephews and nieces, hey, who's your favorite uncle? Almost like 80% of them will say me. But what I'm getting at is that like, and like I've always had like this is gonna sound weird, and I don't mean it in a weird way. I've had the passion for like kids and stuff. Like, um, I don't know if Fang will remember this. Remember when we were gonna try to start a Pee Wee League football team for the neighborhood?
Oh
Aw.
Because
yeah.
all those kids were out there watching us. Like, hey, can we play? I'm like, we want to include you, but you're gonna get hurt with us.
Yeah, like
So like we were gonna
we
set them
play
up.
tackle out here, or we're gonna, even if we do two-hand touch, we're probably gonna end up pushing you over. There's rocks out here,
And we were
it's
gonna we had like 10 kids out there wanting to do this Pee Wee League thing. But like what I was getting ready to get to is that like no, like I love it when her daughter's with us. Like whether we go out to dinner or we're just sitting there watching TV and she brings up her Barbies and we play Barbies. And I even like it when like Ryan comes with us. But like Ryan comes with us and hangs out like whether we're whatever we're doing, or Scuba Steve's kids or Smeagol's kids. I love it when the kids are included.
With the theme of ideal dates, here are some ideas that you could possibly use for dates, with your current lady love, or even with us, or if you're a new couple or an older couple. One of my favorites is trying a new restaurant. Like, I love trying new restaurants because I like to try new things. So it's like, hey, I saw this restaurant in town. I haven't been. Have you been? No, I haven't been. Like we went to Chewy's, right?
yeah,
Oh, that was so.
the new Mexican restaurant over by the interstate. Yeah, Chewy's was good. I recommend you read carefully as to what you're getting, because I ordered. They have two different versions of a burrito. like green chili and then green chili something. If you
Mhm.
get the green chili something, the difference is they keep the pepper seeds in, and you wouldn't think that would make much of a difference, but god damn,
That's bougie.
I was sitting there fucking sweating.
Fang left the toilet bowl steaming that night.
It was really good
I
though.
was it was good. It was a nice little thing to do.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to go somewhere new yesterday because May and I, went on a date yesterday. But everywhere I was looking at, I was like, I don't know. Like,
Well,
I'm just gonna go with an old favorite. Here's Chili's.
I want us to go out to Red Robin because I know you like burgers and they are nothing but burgers. It's out where my parents used to live in Plainfield, but they have fantastic burgers and I've been wanting to take you there for a while.
We need to eventually go out to the Revelry.
Mhm. Mm. Really want to go there bad. um
She wants to try, or I think she's been, but she wants me to try House of Tokyo, I
Oh
think it's called.
Oh
yes.
yeah,
It's yes. Yes, let's do
I
it.
know we plan on taking Kitten to Kabuto's at
Mhm.
some point. Kabuto's is nice.
No, I don't think I've ever been there either.
It's expensive, but it's nice.
It's mainly hibachis.
Yeah.
Another good idea is play tourist in your hometown. Like since you know your hometown really well, and if they're not from your hometown, take them on just like a sightseeing date. Like I love sightseeing dates; those are great. I love pointing out things like, oh, I used to live there, I used to live here, or this is a great place, or oh, let's go here because I used and show them like your old stomping grounds. Like that could be fun because it helps the person get to know you a little bit more and like where you came.
I still need to take you out to my secret spot.
Yes, yes, you do.
Secret spot.
I have a secret spot in Franklin. The secret spot's actually near where, if you remember, you, me, and May's ex went running through the woods over there by I guess it's called Purple Park now, but it used to be Blue Herring Park over there by
I
the
love
graveyard.
walking through there.
But there's a spot down there. I won't say exactly where it is, but if you hop off into the woods where that bike trail shit is, where like people made a giant like the giant hill and all that, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? If you hop back into there, there's a little hidden path and it takes you further back, and you'll eventually hit a point where it's just like a big opening in the tree line, but there's also the river there. So you get that nice relaxing sound of the river, and then you just kind of sit there and look around. It's my favorite spot.
Maybe when it's not so hot
I
outside, so we're not going to be sitting there, dying.
Dying, yeah.
I want to go there, but when you guys start doing whatever, I'm out.
We're not gonna do that.
Have you met you guys?
Yes, yes, I have. So another good idea for like having like an eat-in date where you're just eating in at the house or stuff like that, to make it to spice things up. Make a fun new recipe. Like if you've like me, I've got tons of recipe books. I want to make new recipes. Like the two of you work together to make something. Like make dinner together can be sort of romantic in itself. Sitting there cooking, kind of like feeding each other stuff as you're
Until
cooking.
you yell at me to get out of your kitchen.
Hey, my kitchen is my territory. It's where I know my shit, and you
I
don't
know
put
I'm
things
not.
back in the right place.
It's like I'll sit there and be like, all right, honey, I'm gonna cook dinner tonight, and I walk in there and guess who's right fucking behind me. And
STL.
That
sometimes
too.
sometimes it's handy because I'll be like, hey, where is this? Do we have this? And she'll know because, well, it's the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And so it can be helpful, but there are other times where I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at something to like add into the dish. I won't even say I'm adding it for sure. I'm just looking at it, and she'll be like, why don't you use this instead? Or don't do that. It'll taste weird. I'm like, bitch, get out of here.
Well, it's because I know it's the taste. Like I was saying before, going on picnics, taking a hike. If you live near the ocean or by a lake that has a beach area, go to the beach. Like it doesn't usually cost money to go to a beach. Go hang out, go get some sun, go swim. If you live in the
Oh,
mountains
I'm bad.
that are snowy, go skiing. Um, you know, go to a casino if you have the spare money, or stay home and play board games. Like have family fun nights where you can do an end date and also involve your kids. So, like I know I love playing board games and stuff like that. So whenever it's like, "Hey, you want to play Yahtzee or something?" Like, "Yes, yes, yes, let's play Yahtzee. I want to play Yahtzee."
Turns out I'm
Mon-
rather good at Jenga.
Oh, Jenga's.
Monopoly ends
Yes,
friendships.
Monopoly does
Yes.
in friendships and family because Nana's always cheating with the pink 50s.
Who was it that flipped the board while I was living with you and we were playing with your brothers? Didn't somebody flip the Monopoly
Probably
board?
Alpha that flipped it. He's like, "Fuck
I
this
don't.
game."
I don't remember that. I remember being bored with it and got up and left. So you guys might have continued and it happened, but I don't think I was there.
Mm.
Someone flipped it.
Here's another one that I thought was kind of funny, and it might be a good date idea, but it also might be a bit nerve wracking, which is go grocery shopping together. I know I'm a stickler for how I do my grocery shopping. Like I have a certain path I like to go. I remember the last time that Fang and I went grocery shopping, he went opposite direction of how I go. I'm like, no, you're not doing it right. No, you have to do it this way. And I'm like, no, like it physically made me just no, don't, no.
I'm like weird though when it comes to grocery shopping because like I hate going to the store alone. Hate it.
Same. I like someone with
But
me.
I also like to be in and out. Like I don't want to be at Walmart for fucking an hour and a half. I want like 30 minutes max. And I feel like every time you take somebody, you're in there for an hour, hour and a half.
Mm.
So I'm contradicting when it comes to that.
When I
Like,
go to the store, I just want to go in, beeline for the shit that I need, and then get the fuck out of
yeah,
there.
I just get
yeah.
distracted.
That's exactly why I beeline it. I have the area mapped out in my head. I'm walking in a straight line, grabbing the shit, and getting out,
It's
so
like
I
that
don't
thing you
get
see on the
distracted.
internet where
And
it's like the guy's path straight forward, the girl's path here, 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 here.
and it sucks when like you go into the Walmart by your house and you know where to go, and then you're like with somebody else who lives in a different town. You go to their Walmart and you're like, huh.
They're all the same, just flipped. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's all a rectangle, but everything's in different spots, and it's like this doesn't belong here.
It's like when they rearranged the mire, and I had known where everything was in the mire, then they rearranged. I'm like, I don't know where anything is anymore. Ah! That's how you know when you're an adult, when you get mad when they rearrange your favorite grocery store. Damn it.
No, you know you're an adult when you buy like a vacuum and you get excited to
Oh,
break it open
yes.
and
I need
try
a
it.
new vacuum soap.
Scuba Steve said that like a couple months back. He's like, dude, I just made a big purchase. I'm really excited about it. And I'm sitting like, maybe you got a new car, a new phone or something stupid. And he's like, I was like, what'd you get? And he's like, I just bought a new vacuum. I was like, you're excited for that? And he's like, yeah, I'm getting fucking old, man.
I mean, it's a small thing. Like, make my ex mad whenever he asked me what I wanted for Christmas or something. Like, I want, kitchen appliances, or I want a new vacuum, or I want a washer and dryer. He's like, no, things that you want. I'm like, that is things that I want. He's like,
Mhm.
no, those are things that you need. I'm like, need and want is the same thing for me sometimes.
I remember like the first like it was either Christmas. I think it was Christmas. My dad was like, "What do you want for Christmas this year?" And it was like the first year where I like actually said like clothes or shoes or something like that, socks and underwear. And he just looked at me like dumbfounded, like, "Oh, my little boy's growing up."
Mhm.
Some more things. The and I think this one's actually adorable. Play hide and seek. Like it's not just for little kids anymore. Just go out and play hide and seek. Like especially
No,
if you're going to a park, go play hide and seek.
if us all like say like all our friends got together and we all play hide and seek with our significant others with
I
us,
would have a
it's gonna turn
blast.
into go hide and go fuck. That's what it's gonna be.
I would
The
have a literal
seeker's gonna be like,
blast.
dude, I can't find anybody until they hear a fucking moan from the bushes.
Oh, found May and Fang. Some more
No, but
things.
that'd be fun. Dude. I'd love to like at our age go play hide and go seek. That'd be
Mm-hmm.
sick.
Or
Except for
tag.
we'd be done after one round because we'd all be fucking tired.
Or we just sitting there just because we're all out of breath.
Fang would be like, hang on, inhaler.
Just
Mhm.
rips a fucking vape.
Just fucking this.
Found Fang, there's the cloud of smoke.
Yeah, we found Fang.
Tag, you're it. You can't catch me on the gingerbread man. Blows the smoke in your face.
You're never gonna catch me. No. Some more things you could do inside would like have a spa night. Look through old photographs. Like I love going through photo albums and like this is this person, this is this person. Oh, this is when I was this, and just talk about stories that remember, like stuff like that. I love like it. For one, shows you a different side of them, and two, you get to also again, like I said, learn new things about them, or they tell you about their life, or it's like, "Oh, this is my favorite aunt, this is why," or "This is my favorite uncle." Like, you get to learn so much more about them. You can go on, like, day trips, like how I was saying we wanted to go to Nashville again in Indiana here, because I love going to Nashville. It's so much it's so pretty there. Like,
Hmm.
I love going. So, uh, another good thing is go to the zoo or go to the museums. Like, I love like, dates like that are my absolute favorite, like, museum dates or, like, go to the zoo. Like, I don't care how old I am, I love going to the zoo. Like, I could be there every day and still enjoy every single moment of it because I love the zoo. I love animals.
Okay, 2 pinpoints here real quick.
Mhm.
I like the zoo as much as the next one. I hadn't been in forever, and when I was in Colorado or, well, Denver, we went to the Denver Zoo,
Mhm.
and I was excited. I was like, "Dude, I haven't been here in forever, da, da, da." But then it hit me, and it wasn't because I was tired of walking or anything. I was just I'd been there an hour, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm done." I get excited to go, but being there all day, I can't do.
Mhm.
The museum, I haven't been to a museum in forever. I'd love to go to the Children's Museum. I don't care, I'm 30 years old, I'll
Oh,
go to
it's
the
so
fucking
fun.
Children's
Yeah,
Museum.
I'll go again. Happily, I'll go again.
But I had don't like, I'm not gonna go up there alone. I don't have anyone to go with. I would love to fucking go visit the Children's Museum. I'd walk in that bitch and be lost because I haven't been since I was probably in, like, elementary school.
Mm.
Yeah, when we went with Kitten while she was visiting us, it was a lot of fun.
Mhm. We need to do this one too when it comes into town again. We need to go to apple orchard and do stuff like that because that was fun. I loved doing that.
The one down in Regalfart.
Mhm. Like, I love
Okay.
going with you and our son, like, that was fantastic. Like, I would have been happy if you consider that a date. I was like, "Oh, yes, please, let's do it. Let's go." Like, just
No,
mm,
it's about that time.
yeah, it is. It's about that time.
Fall
Um,
is the best time.
right. Another one is if you're more active with your partner and you like to go out and do things, go rock climbing, go horseback riding, you know, go trail, just go trail stuff, go search for fossils, go just do stuff like that. Like I love going hiking, believe it or not. Yes, I'm a bigger girl, but I love to go hiking. I love being outdoors. Bugs, but I love being outdoors. And I really want to go horseback riding again because I love horseback riding. Shut up, both of you.
Mhm.
I wasn't thinking it. I was thinking of what I
I
was getting ready to
was.
say next. I was getting ready to say, as much as I love playing video games and, being a fucking lazy piece of shit and just watching TV or whatever, I
hmm
miss the days of getting off work or getting off the bus after school and just beelining it to the park and being out there for 6, 7, 8 hours.
hmm
And whether we ended up at the park in the neighborhood or the downtown park, or if we just went walking around downtown, I miss those days. And I know obviously we're older and it'd be weird if we just fucking hung out at a park or walked around town or whatever, but I miss being outside, I guess is what I'm getting at.
I'm down for it. I will happily go and like walk around the mall downtown or just walk around the mall here and live or just
No,
go to a park. I love doing
the
stuff like
mall is
that.
bad.
I love walking around the mall.
I feel well, walking into a store, period, I feel like I'm obligated to have to buy something or
No,
it's
you
just
don't have to.
weird.
You can just window shop. That's why it's called window shopping. You're just looking around. You're making like I do that
Not
all the
like
time.
if I go to the mall, I feel less obligated because there's so many stores. I'm not gonna walk into 10 stores and come out with something in every store.
hmm
But if I go to Walmart, and even if they don't have what I like went there for, I feel like I have to buy a drink or a pack of gum or something to fucking, otherwise I feel like they're just watching, but he's stealing.
Ooh, he's stealing. Ooh. No, there's one I want to do is I want Fang and I go to like a bed and breakfast
I want
where
to
it's
do like
just
a
like,
cabin.
oh yes, I would love to do a cabin. We need to go to a cabin. Like I would love to do that.
Like we need to find like a 3-bedroom cabin.
Doesn't have cabin?
Or maybe 4.
Fang?
We can put the kids in one
They
bedroom and
might
then
have
like
cabins. I think they do.
we can put the kids in one bedroom and then you 2 in one, and then
Mhm.
like me and
There's
my girl and then Scuba Steve
that'd
or
be fun.
Smeagol, whatever.
No, what we need to do, there's one on here that we need to do, even if it's just the 3 of us just to go have fun. Go to a brewery. There's 2 breweries down here where we live. There's also another brewery, that's part of a restaurant, but I would love to go to a brewery. Actually just try different that or just go wine testing. Like, I wanna go wine taste testing so badly. but I'm off the
My problem with
lush.
a lot of that is I don't like wine and I don't like beer.
Well, it's just trying it, see if you like it, because you don't know if you like something unless you try it. Because there are some beers
I
that
know I don't like beer.
well, no, no, no. There's so like I don't like certain beers, but like I'll try a beer to see if I like it. That's how I figured out I like Dos Equis. Like, because I'm normally a Budweiser girl. I like Budweiser, or I'll occasionally drink Coors. But I love Dos Equis. Dos Equis is really good. And I liked Rolling Rock. It lets you try things and see if you like it or not. The more fun things, and I really want to do this again, is going karaoke together. I love doing karaoke.
I want to do karaoke so bad,
There's
but
there's a bar that does it every night.
I would probably have to let like a couple people that we're with go first before I can have the confidence to get up there. And this is coming from the guy who had his MP3 player at the park in his ears,
Mhm.
and I would be up on the benches just like rapping whatever song I was listening to, while
Right.
people are at the pool looking at me all weird, and all the 10, 15 people at the park. I would like get up there and be like, "All my friends say
Mhm.
start." I don't know why that was the first song that popped in my head.
Right. So, more fun things. Go to the skate park down here, the Franklin skate. Go to there. Go skating. Like I would love skating. I miss it.
The skate park or the skate
Skate
rink?
rink, skate.
Okay.
Um.
I want to go to a comedy show.
Oh yeah. 'Cause I think I'm funny, but
Oh, you want
but
to go to
I think
open
I'm
mic?
situationally funny.
Bro, I would choke so hard on fucking open mic. I
Oh,
would get up there thinking I'm the funniest motherfucker next to Kevin Hart or whoever you think's the best comedian or whatever, and just fucking be like, "All right, well, I've seen this isn't working out. I'm out." And I'd get my first cheer. Yeah, woo.
get him off the stage. The more fun date ideas is to go camping. I know Fang and I adore going camping. You could also throw a dinner party. Going to a library is a really good idea. Well, because I know I love libraries. I'm pretty sure Fang would get lost in a
Mhm.
library.
It depends on if I find anything that's interesting.
Right. There's also and I wanna go do this with you. Go do the paint thing, the wine and canvas. Go do that. Like, I want to do that with you so bad. I want to do it with
Mhm.
my best friend too. We were talking about doing it, but with all these options, like to you guys, let's start with Alpha. Like
Fuck.
for you, what would be a really great ideal date for you to go on? Like something that you would plan or they would plan. Like to you, what's your most ideal date?
I think I don't know. I'm gonna say a couple here because like I'll have a cheap idea and then like a kind of expensive one.
Hmm.
I think that like a nice like cheap decent priced date would just be, you got your typical, like what you said, go out and like try a different restaurant. I never thought about that because I would always just be like, I like this restaurant. Hopefully she likes it. And then like or like the walks. I think that would be really, really fun. I never like thought to be like, hey, do you just want to go out for like a walk, and we can end up at the park, go out for ice cream after or something like that.
Hmm.
That would be like a cheap one. I think when it comes to like, and I wouldn't say this is like dumb expensive, but like maybe like a concert or like a comedy sketch show or something like that. I think that would be kind of cool when it comes to a little bit more pricier, or just like a museum, just because I haven't been in one in a while. I think that's what I would do or
I,
want to do, I guess.
I think for me, if we do like something cheap, like I think for me, going to a park, doing something like that would be fun. Just walking around some like just even if we don't buy anything, like going down to Nashville and just walking around and just enjoying the scenery and just seeing the sights and stuff like that. Like a cheap date like that would be fun. And I would think for like an expensive date, you know, trying a new restaurant somewhere, or if you have the extra money to spend, like, and there's a restaurant that you really like that is pricey, but you could only go to like maybe once a year, like go to one of those. Like I would love to go back to the Eagle's Nest, and I would love to go back to Fugu de Chow. Like that was an amazing restaurant, and
Fogo de Chao is
yeah,
amazing
it's
and
$80 a
really
person,
expensive.
but it's freaking delicious. Like,
That's the
The
most
Eagle's
I've
Nest
ever
is
spent
nice
mhm,
too, but
at a
it's about
restaurant.
400 some odd dollars for four people.
yeah.
You basically pay $100 a person.
Yeah, so that's one of those once in a year, once every other year kind of situation. But what about you,
Yeah,
Fang?
I don't really care. Like, I don't mind going out to eat. I don't mind watching a movie. Like, I'm simple to please when it comes to that.
When
Oh,
you
I am too. Like, I would if it's just one of those things where I'm like, "Hey, do you want to go out to eat or want to do this?" And they're like, "I'd rather just kind of just sit on the couch, watch a movie, and we both pass out. We pass out."
Mm.
I'm down for that too.
Yeah. How many times have we just been sitting on the couch and then I snuggle up to you?
I love when you do that. You're like, you know what? Your
Yeah.
lap looks real comfy. I'm like, well, come here. Come lay your head down.
Yeah.
I love like simple things like that. Like, and I know for a lot of people, like when they're married, like a lot of the time, what seems like the spark kind of goes out, and a lot of the reason is because it gets into that role of just monotony or just that thing that never changes. And a thing I told Fang is that I still want to go on dates, even though we're married. Like going on dates is a great way to give us a break in that same old, where it's like oh, it's I come home, I go upstairs, May makes dinner, we eat dinner, we go to bed, blah 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 blah. Or it just breaks that where it's like, hey, we've got someone watching the kid. Let's go out on a date. Let's go watch a movie. Let's go do something with just you and me. That way, we kind of get a break from that same line that we follow. And I think for a lot of relationships, like it really does help just to get out and just go on a date. Like, and you guys could have been dating for years, or you guys can be married for 50, 60, and 2 years. Go on a date. And, you'll find out how much just that small thing makes you appreciate everything more that the person that you're with is doing, or vice versa. Also, a good date idea is to listen to podcasts. So,
Mhm.
because, similar taste. Shame plug. People can do it however they want. It doesn't have to be just going out and spending, hundreds of dollars just to spoil somebody. It could be just bringing home flowers and saying, "Hey, I love you. Here's this. I'll make dinner tonight." Like that would be a fantastic date. Is a night I don't have to cook dinner. And have
You want me to burn the house down?
well, like no, like small things like that. Where like if you're the person that's always cooking and your significant other is like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna make dinner tonight. I'm gonna make it special." And like they have this whole thing planned where they make dinner. They know what kind of wine you like or alcohol you like. They buy you a bottle of it, and like they make dinner. You guys sit down, eat and drink, and it's just that would be a wonderful ideal date for me. Is
I
just
would be fucked. You're
Mhm.
getting pizza rolls, a frozen pizza, or some cereal, or a ham and cheese sandwich.
hey man, pizza rolls are awesome, especially if you dip them in ranch. Like, like I said, it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be something simple. Like if it's just pizza rolls and like salad, or pizza rolls and just hot pockets, it's that's still fun. Or I'm just weird.
I just heard, like, I just pictured Fang in my head, just going, "You said hot pockets?"
Hot pocket,
Mhm.
hot pocket.
Caliente pocket.
Caliente pocket. Oh God. So, off the top of your guys' head, are there any like ideal dates that you would like someone to take you guys out on? Like what you would see as you being treated?
No.
I feel like I'm with Fang on like what he said earlier. Like I wouldn't care as long as I'm with that person. Like it's gonna sound weird and all lovey dovey and weird. I don't know like where I'm going with it, but like with this girl, I want to do like everything with. Like I don't like I want to fucking go different places, different states, different foods. Like I've never like been like that. I've always been like homebodied or like wanted to like if I went out on a date, it was just like I went out on the date and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to get back home. Nothing against that girl. I was into that girl. But like with this girl, like I want to just do it all and then like don't want to go home afterwards.
No, I know another one that me personally I love doing is whenever the fair comes in town, and because Fang had made we're gonna go to the fair when it comes back up. I'm like, yes, please. Like those
When
like
is
dates
that?
like that are fantastic. I love fair dates. And plus, it's even more cute and romantic when they do one of the goals to win you a prize, or if they like buy you one of your favorite fair foods. For me, it's cotton candy and fried pickles are like my favorite thing. So like I go ham on some cotton candy because
Pickles? Oh,
well, pickles
that's what
too.
this is good
But
on.
no, cotton candy is my weakness, man. So especially fair cotton candy, that shit just hits different. Are there any last minute things you guys want to talk about? for ideal dates or appreciating what small things can be done for a date?
Um,
I,
I
with the
feel like
way
you've asked this
technology
question
is,
like 9 times.
to be honest, with how technology is going, even going on a VR date is something that can happen now.
Oh yeah, and it does happen too.
Or even like what we do with Kitten every now and then. We'll put a movie on and we'll share screen through Discord, and
Mhm.
we have a little movie night with her, even though she's hundreds of miles away. That's still something you can do.
Yeah. Or how we'll go to theater worlds in VR and watch movies. Those
Yep.
are fun nights. I like doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's any possibility for a date table. It can be in real life, in VR. Hell, it could even be over like a FaceTime call. If you guys are long distance away, you could, call them on FaceTime, go out to a restaurant somewhere and, talk to them while you're eating dinner and just converse and, something like that. There's always options to enjoy a date night. And like I said, it can
Leg.
do what?
Leg. That's
Leg.
all I'm saying with the artwork you're working on. Just leg.
Legs, yes. Sarah's got
Thought
some
that when
nice
you were up
legs.
by the boobs.
I saw the boobs flash up there, and my brain did go, "Hey, titties."
I do love how the breast turned out. Proud of
I
Yeah.
myself.
think if I saw the right thing, it's not tomorrow, but next week the fair comes.
Mm,
I think.
Woo.
I don't know. I could have not read the right thing. There were so many.
I know the
Yeah.
Marion County
Sometimes
Fair is having a lot of free concerts while it's in town, so
the Johnson County Fair typically has a what is it called? You just walk up and start playing your music if you want to, type deal.
nice. Yeah, I can't wait
So
to go back
it's
to the fair.
typically over there. It's typically over there by the tractor area.
Mm-mm.
If it stays hot like it has been, we're not going. I'm sorry, it's not worth it.
Right. Well, I mean,
But
it usually cools down a bit sometimes during the fair, or if not, just bring umbrellas and fans.
it also comes down to money and whatnot. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, sure, true. I think we might call this one just a little bit short, just because I think the boys are tired of talking.
I'm not tired of talking. It's just there's only really we've talked about ideal dates, what we like, and
I'm honestly
dates we've
surprised we
been on,
lasted this long.
words I've never heard.
Shut up. Remember, at 100 subscribers, I will be doing Alpha's makeup. So make sure to help us get up there to hit 100. At 200 subscribers, we will be doing Fang's makeup. And then at 300 subscribers, the boys will be doing my makeup. So
Yup, we're gonna make her look pretty.
Yes, queen.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
come
we'll be
out
bringing
looking
out all
like
the
Mimi
boys.
from Drew Carey's show. Just be like, "Hi guys." Head over to our Patreon. Check out our spring. Wolfcast 20 to get 20% off everything in your cart. So go ahead and check that out. Go ahead and head over to our Dubby. Head over to our socials. New social screen. Yay! You got Fang09251 for Twitter for Fang. Fang092 at Twitch. You have the _Tru _Alpha at Twitch. And you have his Twitter, Holden Stevenson. You've got me everywhere else. You've got me on Twitter as Gold Dragon May 1. You've got my Divine Dragoness on both Insta and Twitch. Divine Dragoness May on DeviantArt. So go ahead and just check us out there.
Shameless plug. My Instagram's the same as my Twitter. If you want to see some bad content, not dirty, but bad content.
It's not bad content. It's all good content. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode about ideal dates. Hopefully it helped you guys out to get some ideas on where to take your significant other. So whether it be inside or outside, we hope you guys remain safe, love each other, and just be.
And if any of these ideas helped you, or you went and did some of them, let us know in the
Yeah,
comments.
just write it down in the comments. Let us know, how it went, and just share it in your life with us, your experience. Make
Also, if you think you should fuck on the first date,
no,
leave it down in the comments.
Pat Alpha. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you know whenever I post on Monday. We love you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.